Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we will be building the squirrel picnic table, the mini picnic table that you put outside and all these animals hang out on it and you take cool photos and send them to everyone. We are going to add a little feature at the end which will result in some cooler photos for the people that do buy them and hopefully give us that extra edge over everyone else if anybody else is selling these in your area. So build it with me, sell it with me, and make some money with me, baby. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some 1x3 and we're gonna cut four 9-inch pieces. We'll start with this. This will be the top and the seats of our little bench. Now, obviously, if you're making a bunch of these, you can just put a little stopper. Cut a bunch of pieces at the same time. We're just gonna make one for now. Four 9-inch 1x3s. So now we're gonna go and grab the 1x2s. So we're done with the 1x3. Now everything else is done with the 1x2. So we need two pieces that are going to hold the tabletop together, right? So we're going to need the width of two pieces, which is about 4 3/4. So we're going to need two 4 3/4 pieces of 1x2. 4 3/4. So now we got our two pieces of 1x2, 4 3/4. Just make sure that it all works out good. So this will be the top upside down. These will go together like this. Okay, that's great. Okay, so this is done. So now we need two pieces of 1x2, 9.5 inches. 9.5. Two pieces of 9.5 because this will be the sidebar. The seats will fit on the side. So now we're going to cut the legs. We're going to need 4 pieces of 1x2 at 6 inches long. So obviously we don't have enough here. We have enough for 2 pieces. We'll just need 2 more 6-inch pieces. Keep scraps like this and I'll show you why after. We're going to use them to help our build. So just keep the little pieces somewhere. 2 more 6-inch pieces coming right up. This end is a little bit damaged. Let's go with the other end. Always got to have the shop Crocs on. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the floor is this dirty right now because I've been cutting other stuff for the house. Hence all the mess. Don't have a system to clean it up yet. Just use the shop vac after. All right. 2 more pieces of 6 inches. Boom. Okay. So now we have, oops, of course, can't go without dropping, All right. So now we got our 4 6-inch pieces. We're going to have to add 22.5-degree angles to the legs. We're going to, this is in the way. And I drop another piece. Because that's what I do. What we'll do is we'll just line up. We'll take just the corner off, right? We'll get it as close to the corner as we can. And we'll just cut it. We're going to spin it and flip it and cut it again. We got that little piece off, right? We'll just spin it around, flip it over, throw this piece out. No, I did that wrong. Right, hold on. I'm trying to think here. This is going to go like this so I need to cut it this way. Yeah, I was right. Right? So we flip it and then turn it over. So what we want is the 2 angles to be the same, right? So we're going to cut this end. There we go. So now we have 4 pieces that look like this. All right, let's do it. My brain doesn't work sometimes. Okay. 2. Drop it again. There's our 4 pieces. So now in total, the 4 legs, drop another thing. God. 4 legs. We got our 2 pieces of 4 by 3¼ Then we got our 9-inch pieces here. And then we got our 2 9½. So we should have a total of 10, 11, 12 pieces. This table lived outside for a little bit, as you can see. This is a newer-ish piece that didn't go outside. But we work with what we got, because I thought I wasn't going to build a table, but I will eventually. And you'll see a video of it. We just want to sand a little bit, get rid of the splintered edges. It will be probably living outside for most people who buy this thing. But you can see we don't want all these little edges. So we'll give it a quick sand. Somebody in my last video said that my sander sounded like Chewbacca drowning, which I thought was pretty hilarious. And that's probably due to like the noise cancellation on the mic and the safety track. So when I run my miter saw, it actually drops everything down a significant level. But all in all, it's a pretty funny comment. So thanks for the comments. So we may have. And now, while this sanding is going on, here's a quick word from our sponsor. Yeah, I have lent my father. I don't got a sponsor. Just kidding. My nail gun. You ever lend your tools to other people and forget about it? Now you gotta go run and chase it down. Where is it? Nail gun. Oh no. Crap. Oh. I found it. We did use this. Look at this thing. It's all beat up and beautiful. So 18 gauge 1-inch brad nails. We'll load this up into the gun, and we're gonna need some glue as well, right? We're gonna glue them, brad nail them together, and make it beautiful. Got some Lepage Carpenter's glue here. Should do the trick. Yep. Okay, so these are the legs. Right. So we can use either scrap or some of our pieces here, right? So what we're gonna do, we'll take our, right? We're gonna flush it up at the bottom here, and this is the piece we're gonna tack in here, right? We'll flush everything up, flush, and then we'll flush this. I got an idea. We're gonna throw some glue here, little dabs of glue. It'll squish down. So this is gonna go down right here. We'll press it in just a little bit. But now to really make it accurate, right? We'll flush this up, right? So this piece is butted against. We'll just butt it up on top like that. Everything is flushed together. So now I know that this piece is in the right spot. Okay, to give you guys a better view here, because I know that the other view might not have been good, right? So up top, we're flush up top, right? And then right down here, right? So we have the 2 glues. This we put here, we flush up with the feet, and then we place this piece. Now it's kind of already glued down. These guys are just there. We put it touching the legs, and then you can look here, and it flushes up on the side. So now we know we're right where we want it. This is our first leg, and now we're just going to repeat this process onto the other side. Boom. Put a dab of glue here. It's placed right on top, and now we just flush it up. Back, back. Now we got our 2 legs, And we could do the top. What we'll do, piece like this, right? We'll take our two pieces. These are gonna go across, just like so. But for our special feature, I'm gonna need access to the middle of the bench. So for this one, to get the guidelines, we are gonna take, you take two scrap pieces of 1x2, right? I have two here. We're gonna put them flushed up like that. So then we can put this here, square that up, and when we get this guy to go in, right, everything's gonna be nice and square. Okay, so we're gonna put our two pieces like this, flush up the back, make sure that the table is flushed as well. So we're here, a little bit more glue on this one. And we'll drop this down right on top. Flush. Grab our glue. Boop. Boop. Throw that down in our glue. Pop, pop. There's our table top. These are gonna go just like this. So you can line this crack up. You can line the crack right here with the crack of the table. Our glue just on the just on the inside here. Inside here. Now we can line this up. Press it down into the glue. Line it all up. And drop it. It's a challenging piece to put in. Oh, rapid fire. Might be a better way to do all this, but I'm just kind of just winging it because I saw it and I thought this was pretty cool. So I said, well, how could I build this? You know, if you're going to build them, mass produce them, you'll find out faster ways to do them for sure. But this is just a guideline for you all. So now it's starting to take a little bit of shape, right? So now all that's left, the bench is on the side. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little flair, and I'm actually gonna pull the bench out a little bit. I think it'll look a little bit better. What you can do, grab another piece of scrap that you have, and all you're gonna do is you'll tuck it in there. I think that'll give the bench, it'll kick out a little bit. Yeah. So then I'll just take my glue here. I'm just gonna put it right on here. Right on here. And then we'll drop this down. And the sides should be all nice and flush, which they are. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so now just the other side. Glue, flush everything up. So there you have it. Here's our nice little picnic table, right? Decent size. Now we're gonna add our nice little touch. So we got this bit. I'll put a link in it in the description. It's a 57 millimeters, 2 1/4, right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive it through the underside here. So I'm just gonna eyeball the center. I mean, you could put the bit right in the middle, right in the gap here. And so I'm gonna eyeball the center of this table. I mean, you can measure it if you want to. So now I have the hole on the top side, and we're gonna come down through the top. And what that'll do is it'll actually just give us a cleaner cut. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? So what we'll do is we'll sand this off. Now what this is for this. How cool is that? It's a little stainless steel cup. Put whatever you want in there. And they'll come up. Give a little munch. This one is Provincial from Minwax. So we're gonna throw this guy on this dude. Don't care too much of the mess. It's the reason why you have a little crappy table. Just make a mess on it. It looks cool. It's gonna be like a 10-hour video on how to build a little picnic table for squirrels. Kind of ridiculous. Looks wobbly right now because my table is actually not, there's pieces of it missing. So after we make a mess of this whole thing, just take a rag, we'll wipe it all down. Oops. You definitely want to put a finish on this because it'll be sitting outside. It's gonna get weathered. Do what I can see. It's gonna do about that time here. It'll be a lot easier. Let me grab a glove. I'll take a look here. Yes. Do as much as you can of the surface because it's gonna seal it. Just make sure that you get everywhere. And just go over where my hand was. Ooh, that looks clean. Sometimes I wipe it off. Sometimes I just let it sit. But that looks pretty freaking sweet. So to really protect this thing, you're gonna want to put like a poly on top of it, right? The color takes it's an extra step, but people might appreciate, you know, a colored piece, because obviously if you could take this step out of the equation, you can build them a little bit quicker. There's always room for improvement, but I think it looks pretty freaking cool, you know? So I know that I told you guys I was only gonna build one of these, but we ended up building 3. So I got the original one that you saw me build right here, and then we got the other 2 in the back here. One is a natural finish, just a poly on the top, and this one is stained. It was supposed to be a redder stain, also finished with, they're all finished with poly, but it was supposed to be red, more red. It just came up like a lighter brown. So the ones with the stains will be selling for about $50. We'll try to get 50, and the ones without the stain will sell for 40, and we'll get like kind of like an idea of like, is it worth putting the stain on for 10 bucks? I would think so, if people are willing to pay, you know, $50 for them. And I have a feeling that people will be willing to pay more for the stain, but some people like the natural, you know, bench in the park kind of look. So we'll get back to you when we sell them all. Hey, all right, so the results are in. We sold all 3 of them. We got pretty much the price we wanted for, except for one of the stained ones. We got haggled for $5. So, you know, all in all, we got 135. So 40, 45, and 50. We sold all 3. It took 8 days, so a little over a week. But the comments that I got for these videos, like from the people buying them, were pretty awesome. So you can check them out. I'll flash them on the screen right now. While you guys are checking out these sweet messages, if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button. It'll keep you up to date on the latest videos. I'm going to try to put out more content like this. So yeah, it's been really fun making these. And if you want to see another one, check this one out. Just sitting there holding the pose. Hit it. This one.